What's up, all you beautiful people? We're back again with a brand new game. I'm really excited for this one. We're going to be playing Pokemon Dark Worship. Let's get into it. In the world you are about to enter, you'll be the hero of a great adventure. Talk to people and check things wherever you go. Every piece of information might be of the utmost importance. New paths will be open for you. Help people and solve various mysteries. Sometimes you will be challenged by trainers. Dark Worship is a hack that was developed by Andre Freitas, unofficially translated by Raisin. Thank Sacred Almighty for hyping this game up. Okay, so I'm really excited. I've heard a lot of good things about Pokemon Dark Worship, and it's a really funny and witty game. It's got a ton of Pokemon and a brand new storyline. Here we have just met Professor Yami, and the new area is called the Seafood Region, which is a really interesting name. I'm not sure why they called it the Seafood Region, but it's different. And here Professor Yami has Eevee with it, which is pretty cool. So we're starting the game. It's the usual things. We got to add whether we are a boy or a girl, and also enter what our name is. So I'm gonna enter my name here. My name is Flips. I have heard a ton of good things and a lot of good reviews about this game, and I'm really excited to play it and give it a go. So that's our name, and here is our rival. So we can name our rival. I'm just gonna give him an easy name, and we're gonna name him Blue, because his hair is blue. So keep it simple. I have not done much research on this game, so it's brand new. I've never done a run in Dark Worship, so starting from scratch, I don't have any knowledge about the game whatsoever. Your adventure is about to begin, Flips. Enjoy the game. It was made with great care. Get as many Pokemon as you want. Be smart when it comes to solving puzzles. Get out there and kick some ass. Awesome, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And here we've got our difficulty options. I'm going to go with hard mode. I'm down for a challenge. I love games that have difficulty options. The standard mainline games are just far too easy. Now that we have difficulty options, the games are a lot more challenging and a lot more enjoyable. I'm not going to take on the toughest difficulty just yet, but I think hardcore is a good difficulty for our first run. It will definitely be a challenge. So we got a potion from our PC, and here we've come downstairs and spoken to our mom, May, and she tells us that we're starting our brand new adventure, and Professor Yami is waiting for us below at the lab. So we're gonna make our way there quickly. Hopefully we can start and choose our starter Pokemon. So we are in Casper Town. That is the name of our beginning city. And here we're at the research lab of Professor Yami. So we're gonna come in. Our rival Blue is here. And Professor Yami says that we can choose our starter Pokemon. So that's awesome. Here I have 3 Pokeballs, each with different types of Pokemon, grass, fire, or water. And you can choose starters from any of the generations 1 to 8. So our first Pokeball are all grass-type Pokemon. And as you can see, we've got Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Trico, Turtwig. We got all of them. Grookey, Rowlet, Chespin, Snivy. In the middle Pokeball, we've got all the fire-type Pokemon. Charmander, Cyndaquil, Torchic. We got Litten, Scorbunny. We got all of them. So here you can literally choose any of the starter Pokemon from all the gens. And the final Pokeball has all the water types. So this is a really tough decision. You've got a lot to choose from. I'm leaning towards a water type, maybe Squirtle or Totodile? This is a tough one. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with Totodile. That's probably my favorite starter Pokemon. Yes, okay, so we're starting with a water-type. Totodile has joined our team. And our rival is definitely going to choose a grass-type Pokemon to try and compete against us with his sneaky advantages. Okay, so that's cool. We got our first Pokemon. And Professor Yami says you have to defeat 8 gym leaders and get 8 gym badges to enter the Pokemon League. So that's pretty straightforward. And our rivals run off. So our adventure can officially begin now. Let's see if we make our way out. Okay, and here this little professor dude, he's told us how to catch Pokemon. If you don't know how to catch Pokemon, read all of that. And he gives us 5 Pokeballs. That's what I like to see. I love starting with some Pokeballs so we can get catching right away. In the mainline games, you've always got to do a bit of a quest before you can buy Pokeballs. So I'm really happy that we're started with a couple. We can try add a Pokemon or 2 to our team. And a girl's just ran down to us. And she says our mom wants us to drop in and speak to her. So we're definitely going to pop in here, see what mom has to say. Hello, mother dearest. Okay, she sees that we're ready to start our adventure, and she gives us some running shoes. And in this game, we can run indoors, which is a nice little add to the game. So to run, you just gotta hold down the B button, and we can run around here a lot quicker. And here's our rival's home. We're gonna chat here, and we're gonna get the map. So they give us a town map to also give to Blue. So that's gonna be really handy. We gotta get familiar with the new map and the new towns. And we're just gonna explore a bit of Casper Town, see if there's any items or anything else in this little city. Okay, this guy's given us a lucky egg, and it's a hold item to give to one of your Pokemon, and they'll get more experience in battle, so they'll level up a lot quicker. I'm gonna quickly give the lucky egg to my Totodile. We do want him to level up quickly. And here's what the map looks like. Okay, so pretty cool. The next town is Marlin Town. We're gonna try and make our way there. We got our map, we got our shoes, we got some Pokeballs. Okay, in this house, there's a woman and her younger brother. Let's have a chat and see if we get any items or any missions. Okay, no, just a bit of humor. I think now we are ready. We are on our way. There's another scientist professor guy here we can chat to before making our way out. It seems that's all there is in Casper Town at the moment. And this scientist says... Oh, he says you shouldn't go out without a Pokemon, but he can see that we've got a Pokemon and we've made a great choice. And he gives us TM27, which is return. So that's a nice little gift to start our journey. And now we've made it to Route 1, where it all begins. Hopefully we can encounter a cool Pokemon. The first Pokemon we've encountered is Skiddo, so we're going to try catch this one. It is a grass type, I believe. The little grass type goat. I do want to try level my Totodile up to about level 10 or so. We've weakened the Pokemon. We're going to use our Pokeball. And will we catch it? Boom, we do. Gotcha. Skiddo was caught. So we got our first Pokemon. I'm going to try catch a couple off camera and build up the team. But really excited. And here we've read the little sign. And it tells you all the Pokemon you can catch in this area, which is such a good add in the game. Instead of like using a Dex Nav, you can just come and read the sign and they'll show you all the Pokemon that you can catch in the region. I love that they've added that in. That's really useful. It's such a good idea. And here's our first battle. So we're challenged by youngster Thomas, and he sent out a level 5 Lillipup. My Totodile should make light work of it. I did choose hardcore difficulty, so I'm a bit worried. I might have got a bit ahead of myself here. It might be quite tough, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sure we'll manage. We knocked out the Lillipup. We won our first battle, we got some experience, and we got some money. And Totodile learned Rage, so that's cool. A lot of my Pokemon need to learn Move still. They're still such low-level Pokemon. Okay, we're gonna make our way along Route 1. And this guy doesn't say anything interesting. And down here we got a Pokeball. We found a potion, so that's going to be useful. And now we're going to make our way up the stairs and right. Hopefully we can make it to the next town. There's something sparkling there. We can't reach it yet. We need Rock Smash or something. But there is a sparkly item there. And here is another guy for us to battle. The bug catcher, we battled him. I'm not going to include all the battles. I want to try to keep this video a bit shorter for part 1. And here you talk to this lady. It's quite important to come and talk to her. We're going to come back and chat with her again, so don't forget to talk to her. And we've made it down to Marlin Town. So there we have it. We're in the second town already. That wasn't too far. We can quickly come and heal our Pokemon. And Blue pops out. Glad you arrived quickly, Flips. I'm looking forward to battling you. Your Pokemon seem to be strong. Okay, we got our first rival battle. There we go. So make sure your Pokemon are healed before entering the Pokemon Center. And our rival has chosen Trico, which is the Grass-type Pokemon. I did catch a Fungus, which I like. It's a pretty cool grass poison type, I believe. And here are some of the other Pokemon I've caught. I did catch a Pansear just because it's a fire type. It might be useful. And I'm going to send out Skiddo. I'm going to try send out a lot of my Pokemon just so they can get a bit of experience. We haven't got experience share yet, so I want to try get them all involved. Hopefully level the whole team up. And I can also show you guys which Pokemon I have. So here I also caught a Starly, which is a cool little flying type. And here's the Pansear I caught. I will be swapping up my team a lot. These are just the Pokemon I've happened to come across. And Totodile. My Totodile has leveled up a lot. It's done a lot of battling. It's already at level 10. So I'm sure we'll knock out this Trico. We do. And hopefully a lot of the guys will level up now. Fungus leveled up. Skiddo leveled up. And Totodile reached level 11. Starly leveled up. And Pansear, the whole team, the whole squad leveled up. We're getting there. We defeated rival Blue. We got some money. It looks like I'll need to do more training if I want to beat you next time. Yep. And you need to catch more Pokemon, Blue. You've only got one Pokemon in your team. And before he leaves, he says he's going to Mystery Lake. So I'm sure we're going to make our way there too. And as you enter the Pokemon Center, this helpful man tells us about our PC and the Pokemon Center. And also in this game, they've included the Pokemart in the same building as the Pokemon Center, so that's pretty handy. It is a bit of a waste to always go to the Pokemart and the Pokemon Center. They've combined that all in one building, which is a great idea. So you can come and heal your Pokemon buy all your stuff. And they've also included this NPC, which allows you to rename your Pokemon or to learn moves or remember moves that you've learned before. So that's also really cool. The creator of this game has really tried to streamline the game and make it more convenient for the player. Instead of having to go from one place to the next, everything is all in one spot, which I really love. That's gonna make it a lot quicker and just hassle-free. So I'm gonna heal my Pokemon and definitely buy a whole bunch of Pokeballs because I wanna catch some cool Pokemon. I've got no idea who I'm gonna keep in my team or what team to make yet. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you know any strong Pokemon in Dark Worship or any suggestions. I'm really open to any suggestions. And yeah, that's it. We've healed our Pokemon, we've bought our items. Now it's time to explore Marlin Town. Let's see what's going on here. Here's a little police officer. He says no one can pass. They're investigating a disappearance. So we can't make it that way yet. That's blocked off. And Ivana said her boy is missing, so maybe that's the disappearance they're investigating. And here's a really cool Venusaur statue in town. They must like the grass-type Pokemon around here. And this guy's telling us about two Pokemon that are ugly. That's pretty harsh. Let's see what's inside this house. Okay, you want to come talk to Judith. She says her brother is the one that's missing and he likes to go to Mystery Lake. That's where Blue mentioned he was going, so I think we gotta make our way there. And let's talk to this man. Sometimes we just need to pay more attention to NPCs. Think about it. Okay, so that could be a little clue. And we've entered a house with a ton of Pikachus. They're everywhere. And the Pikachus just say Pika Pika. So I don't know if there's something we need to do there, but there's a lot of Pikachus. It's pretty interesting. And behind the house, you can come and pick up a nugget, which we can sell. Money is always useful in the beginning of the game. To the west of Marlin Town, there's a Munchlax blocking our way, and it says it's hungry. So now in order to get past that Munchlax, we've got to go back to Route 1 and talk to that woman I mentioned earlier, and she will give us some honey. So grab the honey from her, and then we can make our way back to Munchlax. Munchlax loves food, so we're gonna give him the honey, and hopefully he'll let us past. We're already back, and yes, I do want to give Munchlax the honey. And we can battle him, so that's awesome. Hopefully we can catch him. I am a huge Snorlax fan. If you guys don't know, we have a Pokemon group on Facebook. The link is in the description. Join that group if you're interested in Pokemon ROM hacks or just anything Pokemon related. We try to share some cool pictures. We got some links to these games. And yeah, it's just a Pokemon group for all things Pokemon, where we try to help each other out, post some cool pictures or pictures of our teams. So check that out. And we find our rival again, and there's a group of villains. This looks like it is the villainous group of the game. This is the Dark Worship crowd. And it looks like one of their leaders is Isaac. So that looks pretty interesting. I like their uniforms or their costumes, the black and yellow. Looks pretty creepy. And Isaac is wanting to control the world. He's going on about everything that he needs the whole world to follow his way of doing things. So we might have to battle Isaac soon. But I like that they've made some new villains. The Dark Worship villains look really interesting. I love games that have brand new storylines but are done really well. So far, Dark Worship has started off really strong. I'm enjoying it a lot. And here we're at the Mystery Lake sign. We can look at all the Pokemon that are in this area. Litleo is a Pokemon I might want to catch. There's a Pichu, Liplug, a Rolls, a Leckhead. Okay, wow, there's some cool Pokemon to catch here. There's 3 or 4 that I'm really interested in. Maybe Litleo or Rolls. That could be cool to add to our team. Okay, we've come and spoken to Isaac, the leader of this bunch of Dark Worship people, and we're gonna battle him. So, the sect leader Isaac has sent out Mimikyu. That's an awesome Pokemon. I love Psychic type and Fire type Pokemon. I would definitely add Mimikyu to my team if we could catch him this early on in the game. So I've sent out my Fungus, but I'm going to swap him out as his level is still quite low. Mimikyu is level 9, so I'm going to send out the big guy. My Totodile is level 11. My Totodile should make light work of Mimikyu. My Totodile has learned Water Gun, so we got a strong attack. And my team is almost full. We've got Munchlax on our team now. I can't wait for Snorlax. I can't wait for it to evolve into Snorlax. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. And Mimikyu is down. We knocked it out. So it looks like Dark Worship leader Isaac only had 1 Pokemon. And a lot of my Pokemon have leveled up like crazy. So that was really cool, and Totodile learned Bite. So all that experience will help a lot, and we got a lot of money from Dark Worship leader Isaac. Now that we have defeated him, he is going to leave with his team. They've got a really cool submarine, a yellow submarine there, that they're going to hop into. And yes, this leader Isaac just wants the whole world to live according to his way of thinking. I don't know about that, buddy. We're gonna have to see what you got in mind for all of us. Isaac scrambles on the sub with all of his crew. See you later, guys. And now Blue comes and speaks to us. He says it's all very confusing. He doesn't know what's all going on here. But he also thinks that we should investigate that group more, or something bad's gonna happen. So he's gonna go his own route, and we're gonna go a different route. He says if we go different routes, we'll cover more ground. And he gives us experience share, which I was hoping for. So now all our Pokemon will get experience in our team, whether they battle or not. And you can turn that on and off. So if you'd like to keep it on, leave it on, or you can turn it off. And it also affects EV points. So keep that in mind. If one of your Pokemon defeats a Pokemon, EVs for your whole team will be affected. So that's something to keep in mind later on when you do EV training. I do love games that incorporate EV and IVs into the game. It just makes it a lot more strategic and a little bit more difficult. Hopefully the EV training is easy. I haven't looked into it at all, how it's done in Dark Worship. And we battled 2 trainers, and here we have found the missing boy, Jimmy. Okay, some of it seems to be in Spanish. No comprende. I don't know what that all means. But then they do say a bit of English at the end. So this boy says he wants to He wants us to go back and speak to his sister to see if his sister will forgive him. He obviously feels guilty about something. He doesn't want to go back home until he knows that his sister has forgiven him. So we're going to go back to the town and speak to Judith. And she was really upset because he put chewing gum in her hair. That's quite funny. Okay, but she said she forgives him, even though that's something nasty to do to your sister. But now we're going to make our way back to Mystery Lake and come and talk to Jimmy. Tell him everything's fine. People forgive you. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to run away from home. Okay, he's happy. He says he will go back home and he would like to follow us. He doesn't want to walk alone. He's a bit scared, so no problem, Jimmy. Come with us. We're going to take you home and hopefully get you back in one piece. So let's make our way back through Mystery Lake and back into Marlin Town. Let's take him straight to his mom. Mothers know best. Did you find my son? My darling son has appeared. Thank you so much. I was very worried about him. Okay, she gives us 5 super potions. That's pretty handy. We're gonna go in the house and talk to Jimmy. He gives us a TM, which is really cool. We got TM39 Rock Tomb. And if we speak to the other people, his mother says that Jimmy likes stroganoff toros. We are against eating Pokemon. We don't approve this. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next one.